That was Pleased by CeeLo Green on 106.6, and before that you heard Arcade Fire. Are you a fan of the Arcade Fire?
I'm not a fan of them. I don't like music. No, I mean, it reminds me of a time when I was younger.
What, music does?
Yeah, I mean, that's all music is. It just reminds you of hearing other music, doesn't it?
Okay.
It's the only reason people like it.
Oh. We'll talk about some things that are in, like, sort of like news, comedically wise. And, did you watch Britain's Got Talent?
Is this the woman?
The Elaine from Manchester.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Do you think, what do you think that sets out about people doing comedy?
I think that proves that people don't like funny stuff in comedy.
Right, okay.
Comedy is the public execution of humour.
But why do you think comedy doesn't work in a sort of variety show? Because it never
did work. I mean, she went up and she was hilarious. And you got Michael McIntyre sitting there with his face, and the other ones, and Amanda Holden buzzing and go, "No, that's not funny." It was funny. It was hilarious because you had a room, a huge arena full of horrid people with their own vomit being pushed back in their face.
Okay. But in the whole time that Britain's Got Talent has existed, comedians have never done very well at it. The Americans have a version, don't they? America's Got Talent, and there was one. I think it must be called America's Got Talent, and there was a female comedian who did well on that, an old woman, and I think I don't even know whether she did a tour or something after doing it, but she did quite well out of it. But she's the only person I know who's ever done well off the sort of variety performance thing. So do you think comedy is a separate art completely, or...?
I don't think it's an art.
You don't find it? I think it's an art?
I think it's the antithesis of funny. It really is the destruction of the joy of laughter. Because you get someone like Elaine going up, and like I said, she is funny. She's funny to look at, and like her face and everything, and her voice. And I mean, she might as well not actually be saying words. Just kind of going.
But you're laughing at her, not with her, though.
I think. Because I disagree with the distinction between laugh and with, as it's generally put, and people go, "Well, you're laughing at," or "You're laughing with." I think I just laugh.
Do you not think there's a distinction between them things?
I
laugh.
I laugh about things.
Right. So there's not a. You don't think there's any distinction at all between.
I don't think there should
with?
be. No, I don't think it. I don't think someone knowing that they're funny has any influence.
Or knowing why they're laughing.
Yeah, that doesn't affect how. All I'm saying is Elaine was very good, and they sat there and they said that she wasn't, and they're wrong.
Okay.
And yet they watch someone go up and be competent, and they think that that's good. Because they don't know what it's like to be competent, so they think it's like a magic trick.
Okay. Then what do you think of Michael McIntyre? Is he... I think he's a good comedian. Is he doing a good thing for the industry, bringing comedy to the mainstream?
No.
No?
No, I don't really like his stuff. But it's fair enough, I mean, people like that have to be entertained. People who like Michael McIntyre. The thing is, right, it's
you've got a very negative opinion of audiences. It's
because they're idiots. There's a certain kind of person who goes and watches Michael McIntyre, and there's also a certain person who criticises Michael McIntyre. And I don't want to become one of those people who just bangs on about they don't like Michael McIntyre. I think that should be obvious to anyone.
Well, who's the sort of person that goes to see George Cottier?
Where to start? Wally's, Pratt's.
So you think your own audience, you don't think a lot of them at all?
Most of the people who like me just like me because they've heard that I'm good. And they sit there and go, I've heard people go, random. How do you respect that?
So you think people are only liking you because you've won something, so they think they should like it because they think it's won something?
Because I won that Frog Award.
Because you won that, you think that people are only laughing at you because the award is telling people that you're good.
They're laughing about me. It's like this thing, on Facebook people are starting to adopt the Americanism that they're excited for something rather than about it. You seen this? People go, I'm excited for the weekend. What are you on about?
Right.
Doesn't make any sense. Anyway. It's about prepositions. That's what I'm talking about. Prepositions are important. And in this situation, I don't agree with. Oh, you shouldn't laugh at someone. Fair enough, you should laugh about them.
Okay. So that's the way you see it. But there you are drawing a distinction then.
Yeah. Well, the people who come and see my shows, usually don't know that I'm there, that I'm going to be there. Don't know about me. And they go like that. They scratch their heads, literally. I've seen a room of about 50 people, with 25 of those people scratching their heads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're befuddled.
By your comedy?
Yeah. They're going, what?
Why do you think that though? And they think it's because of your stance in comedy. Do you think you're are you deliberately talking down to people, or?
I just
Do you think you're enforcing your stereotype of the audience being thick, in your opinion? Do you reinforce that in your acts? Do you talk down to them? Do you?
Don't have to reinforce it. They're you just look at them. You stand there, saying things you haven't even thought through, and they think they're brilliant. You can't respect someone like that. It's like, you get dragged into an ambulance at 3 in the morning, and you sick up a load of blood on someone's face, one of the paramedics. And they just laugh. They just look at you and laugh, and they smile. You can't respect someone like that.
George Cottier there, comedian George Cottier on 106.6.
Like a bad saxophonist. You're watching them play, and they're rubbish at saxophoning, and they just carry on playing the saxophone, and you're like, you're a bad saxophonist.
George Cottier there, comedian George Cottier on 106.6. Now I'm going to play Funeral Party with New York City, moves to the sound of LA. Fingers crossed they're not playing a saxophone.